Good morning and happy Sunday. We're gonna get into this one so that I don't take you guys away from your church time this morning. Um, if you haven't been watching, the last couple videos we've been going over different rules for the Israelites after they were brought out of Egypt with Moses. Yesterday we went over personal injuries, and today we have protection of property. So we're going to find out what they had to do with their property and how they can protect it, maybe, or what needs to happen if it's stolen. It looks like maybe. All right, but let's get into it. I hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. I am busy but good, busy but good. Getting more stuff done. School is moving along, and that's life. You just got to move it along. So, on that note, let's get our reading for today. Whoever steals an ox or a sheep and slaughters it or sells it must pay back 5 head of cattle for the ox and 4 sheep for the sheep. If a thief is caught breaking in at night and is struck a fatal blow, the defender is not guilty of bloodshed. But if it happens after sunrise, the defender is guilty of bloodshed. Anyone who steals must certainly make restitution, but if they have nothing, they must be sold to pay for their theft. If the stolen animal is found alive in their possession, whether ox or donkey or sheep, they must pay back double. If anyone grazes their livestock in a field or vineyard and lets them stray and they graze in someone else's field, the offender must make restitution from the best of their own field or vineyard. If a fire breaks out and spreads into thorn bushes so that it burns shocks of grain or standing grain or the whole field, the one who started the fire must make restitution. If anyone gives a neighbor silver or goods for safekeeping and they are stolen from the neighbor's house, the thief, if caught, must pay back double. But if the thief is not found, the owner of the house must appear before the judges, and they must determine whether the owner of the house has laid hands on the other person's property. In all cases of illegal possession of an ox, a donkey, a sheep, a garment, or any other lost property about which somebody says, "This is mine," both parties are to bring their cases before the judges. The one whom the judges declare guilty must pay back double to the other. If anyone gives a donkey, an ox, a sheep, or any other animal to their neighbor for safekeeping, and it dies, or is injured, or is taken away while no one is looking, the issue between them will be settled by the taking of an oath before the Lord that the neighbor did not lay hands on the other person's property. The owner is to accept this, and no restitution is required. But if the animal was stolen from the neighbor, restitution must be made to the owner. If it was torn to pieces by a wild animal, the neighbor shall bring in the remains as evidence, and shall not be required to pay for the torn animal. If anyone borrows an animal from their neighbor, and it is injured or dies while the owner is not present, they must make restitution. But if the owner is with the animal, the borrower will not have to pay. If the animal was hired, the money paid for the hire covers the loss. All right, so we have pretty much property in terms of livestock, different ways of defending your livestock. What happens if it's stolen? What happens if your livestock is injured or lost in the other person's hands? So we have some different rules for that in terms of paying back double, not guilty of something, they are guilty of something, and we just see that different situations have different outcomes depending on what actually happens. So even back then, the law is not, what do I want to say, clear cut. Maybe there are different situations that have different repercussions, outcomes, whatever you want to call it. They are different depending on what the situation is. I think that's all I really got from this one today. Let me know if you saw something different that I didn't, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And if anybody who knows me personally is watching these and you can't leave a comment, let me know, because I think the part of the video that I edit where I have to say like comment moderation or something like that, I try to take off any moderation. Pretty much I want to allow any comments and all comments, because excuse me, as you can hear, I'm still getting this congestion out of my system. Excuse me for that. I totally believe in everybody's right to say whatever they want to me, and if they totally disagree with this, if they just want to lash out at me, I'm not saying they're right, but I'm saying that they have a right to be heard. So that's why I want, if comments are not being able to be made, then please somehow let me know. Um, just either, if you know me personally, text me or call me. If you see me somewhere, just let me know, because I want to make sure that all comments are able to be left and read by everybody if they want to. So, all right. Well, thanks for your help. Let me know if you guys have any other tips or suggestions or questions. And I will see you again tomorrow morning to start off your work week.